Welcome to another video, warrior class, and in today's video I'm going to kind of dive deep into what the idea of warrior class means, because I know I've started to say that welcome to the warrior class, and some of you might be inquiring what exactly does that mean. So that's what this video is going to be about. Today I'm going to go into what exactly that means and how exactly it is that everyone that watches this channel and consumes the content on this channel can relate to exactly what the warrior class means. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let me start off with inspiration. What exactly inspired me to come up with the idea of warrior class? Once upon a time, quite some time ago if I'm being honest, I remember when I was at UTech, and I had, well, not had, there's a friend of mine that he and I were conversing. I can't recall what exactly the conversation was about, but I think we were talking about this book called The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and I was saying to him I couldn't really relate to it because I feel as if the book was made for someone from a different time or for a different time. But then he said, every single day is war. It's probably not war like what we are accustomed to seeing on the television, but every day is war. And it's when my mind recalled that conversation where he said that to me and everything didn't really seem so clear at that time, but then now reflecting on it at this age of my life, I'm like, it makes so much sense. And yeah, I think you guys should actually take the time out to go and read that book called The Art of War. It's an amazing book. I probably need to reread that because I don't think I read through it all, but that's a side note. But as it pertains to inspiration, that conversation was what inspired me to bring about this idea of warrior class. And let me explain a bit about what that means and how exactly you partake into this. Initially, I wanted to create a community. The very first time I said I wanted to create a YouTube channel, it was to create a community of people who seek, yearn, and want self-development for themselves. So this entire community, everything that I'm doing here is not necessarily just oriented to fitness, because yes, I do love being fit and I am quite obsessed with working out and, you know, everything that involves physical exercise. I am very obsessed with things of that nature, so you'll see a lot of content pertaining to that. And by the way, let me know if it is that you need any particular workout routine, whether it be like some abs routine or whatever it is. Side note. But initially I wanted to create a community where there are like-minded people, which I believe we all are in some way, shape or form, who are seeking self-development for themselves. And I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm not expecting anyone coming here already having things figured out. That's why it's a class, because we're all students and we're all on our individual journeys and we're all trying to learn how exactly it is that we go about developing ourselves, because we all have our own individual paths which pretty much define our experiences and how exactly we view the life that we see through our lens. So the warrior class is basically just us learning from each other and inspiring each other to be our better selves, right? I am only here to inspire you to be a better you. Every single time I come here, that's what I want to do. So every single video say I post, everything that I do, everything that I'm sharing with you is things that I've learned from my experiences, so that you can be a more efficient human being, right? Which is why I said, you know, initially I created this YouTube channel because I wanted to create a community of like-minded people who want to accomplish great things for themselves, hence self-development. So that is what the idea of, well, the entire idea of warrior class comes from, right? It's from the idea of we need to be better at everything in every single aspect of our lives. And for us to do that is to really share and inspire each other through our experiences. And of course, you can always shoot me in the comment section if you want me to discuss anything, or if you have any issues you want. You know, I think I'm really good with talking to people. I mean, so I've been told. So I'm always open to any discussion that you guys want to have, anything like that. So yeah, that's what the warrior class is. The warrior class is a community of people who seek to inspire others within the community and outside of the community as well to be a better version of themselves. That's it. So that's the idea of what the warrior class is. Now let me go a little bit deeper into what exactly we'll be doing. The number one thing I want each and every single one of you to be inspired to do each and every single day, and to continue to inspire other people to do, is to chase the thing that scares you. Dare to be great. Because nothing comes from living in your comfort zone. Believe me when I tell you this, guys. There is nothing that comes from that. Because whenever it is that you are faced with fear, which we all are at some point in our lives, you feel so unprepared for it. You are so accustomed to the comfort zone that the thought of being in a position where you are afraid scares the hell out of you to the point where you just give up completely. Get accustomed to being afraid. Get accustomed to the feeling of fear and conquer it every single time. Right? Chase the things that make you afraid. Conquer them. And in time, you will develop this callous to fear. So whenever it is that you're in a position where you feel afraid, you've already calloused your mind to overcome that. You're already accustomed to that feeling and how you should maneuver overcoming that feeling, conquering that feeling, which is just doing. Because a lot of times we think we're afraid of this thing that is going to just kill us, when in truth and in fact it wouldn't even hurt a fly. Like, the thing that we think we're so afraid of is really nothing. Because I've been in positions where I've been so afraid to do certain things, and when I did them, I realized it wasn't a big deal. It was all here. It was all here. Every time that you feel afraid, it's always all here. Because you're the one telling yourself that, hey, this is scary. I don't think I can do this. So you are the one who can also tell yourself, say, hey, I'm gonna try. I'll try. I'll see what happens. Yeah, if I fail, I fail. But at least I try. So at least I know that I suck at it, or I'm good at it. You know. So always be very eager to do the things that you're afraid of. As long as it scares you, go and do it. That's the first thing that I want to say. So I want to inspire each of you to do that. And through my experiences, I will share with you what that looks like. And if it is that I am going to be faced in a situation, or if it is that I'm going to be put in a situation where I know I will be fearful somewhat, I am going to put myself into that situation. And I will ensure that I get it on film so you can see, to be inspired to do the things that scare you too. Because then if you see me do it, you'll think to yourself that you can do it. Alright? So that's the number one thing that I want you guys to inspire other people to do, which I will try my best to inspire you to do. Right? So let's move on to the next thing. Greatness is measured by your level of service. Every single person here who is a part of the class, the warrior class, we all want to be great. And for you to be great, you must raise your level of service. Always ask, how can I help? And yes, movie reference from New Amsterdam. To be honest, he's a pretty cool guy. I haven't really watched the series, I am a serious person, but that's a conversation for another time. Well, the point is, your greatness is determined by your level of service. How can I help the world to be better than how I came on sight? That is a question that should always live here rent-free. Always try and think of how you can leave the world a better place than how you came and saw it. Always be as giving of yourself as possible. Not to give away, but to add value to other people. Not to fish for someone, but to teach someone how to fish. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to be a slave for someone, rather to teach them how to free themselves from slavery. That's what I am trying to help you to do And that is what I want you to teach other people to do as well. So that's what we do here. We help each other to grow. And as I've said, the next main thing is your greatness. For you to be a great person, you must have a strong urge for service. Think of the people, think of the great people before us. Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. I don't know anyone off the top of my head at the moment, but all of the people that have been labeled as great men of the world, they all had one thing in common, and they all had a tremendous level of service to the world. A tremendous level of service. And let me share something with you. It can be as simple as just hugging someone. Because I can't remember if it's Kenny the dude is called. I can't remember what the name of the person is. But there was someone some time ago that was just issuing free hugs. And he became such an icon. I'm not sure as to where he is right now, but I can tell you that's just a primary example. The simple things that people overlook. All he did was offer love. That's it. I'm pretty sure no one won't ever forget that guy. Just because of that simple little act that he did that no one else thought of. He was the first. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. So, with all that said, we all here want to be great. So you all here should think, meditate on what exactly is it that I can do to be of service to the world. And leave it in such a way that it's better than how I came and saw it. So meditate on that, guys. That's number 2. Number 3 is purpose. Purpose. Why are we here? Why are you here? Will we figure it out in a day, a week, a month, a year? Probably not. But every single day you owe it to yourself to find the things that truly ignite you, that turn your soul on fire. I know these are all very, what's it called? I don't know what the word is, or what the phrase is, but you've heard these terms before. But you can't deny that you understand exactly what I mean, which is that find the things that really, really excite you, to put it plainly. Because your purpose will more be adjacent, or is more likely to be adjacent. I personally just think it is there. But for the people who are skeptics, I think personally, your purpose in this world is adjacent to the things that really make you happy. Because the happier you are doing them, the more you will be inclined to learn about them, the more interested you are in them, and you will also inspire people around you to want to learn more from you and to also seek their purpose because they see what it has done for you and they want that experience for themselves, right? So if you can find that thing, because everyone labels it different, your purpose, your thing, that thing that makes you happy. You know, when people say, oh, I love it's the same thing. I love my job. It's the same thing. It's a thing that you've been put here to do. It's a thing that really ignites your flame. It's a thing that really sets your soul on fire. It's a thing that really excites you, that you aren't bored to do and you'll get up and do it every single day and it's not a chore for you. Find that thing. That's what your purpose is. That's my opinion, because it makes you happy effortlessly. There's no effort into doing it. None. I love working out. I love it. Which is why I decided to be a personal trainer. So if you want personal training, hit me up. You know, it might not necessarily be personal training for me, but I say that because guess what? You have to start somewhere to figure out what exactly it is, because everyone can be a particular thing. For example, everybody can be a personal trainer, but everybody is going to have a different method as to how it is that they go about doing it. Everyone is going to have their different flavor, which is why naturally I might get certain clients that someone else won't, and vice versa. So try to think of it like a learning process and don't think of it as something that you should figure out all of a sudden, because nobody really has it figured out. You know, nobody really has this life thing figured out. We're just all here trying to figure out how it is that we can maneuver through this thing called life as best as possible, as efficiently as possible, and as painless as possible, right? And I think that would be it, guys. So number one is to inspire others to be great. Number two is to be great yourself by the level of service that you provide to the world, and seeking to leave the world in a better place than you found it. And three, seek to find your purpose. Know why you think you're here. Always have the urge to find what that thing is that makes you happy, effortlessly. And that's just the beginning. And from there, things will only get a lot easier, because then you will have clarity. So these are the things that I want to inspire you to do, and I will do them through my experiences and share them with you. So if you would watch the video through its entirety and you've gotten to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching the video. Drop a thumbs up, it's free. Subscribe to the channel, which is also free, won't hurt. And let me know if you have any thoughts. Drop me a comment in the comment section. You can always email me as well. I'll drop my email in the description. Right, and with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You have yourselves a wonderful day. Peace.